I wanted to make a quick video, and in this video, I just wanted to sort of go over a few things that I think are super relevant. So the first thing that all of you have to keep in mind is that most of the stalkers have probably been hired by somebody or some corporation or whatever. I mean, I think that we can pretty much just assume that, or that we should pretty much assume that these people have been hired. So if they've been hired, we can't really draw any conclusions, based off of the people that we have come in contact with on a daily basis. So like a lot of times people get into the habit of sort of trying to figure things out by studying the people who are fucking with them or something, or trying to sort of make connections in that way. But the people who fuck with you have probably just been hired to do that or paid to do that. So you can't really look at them and then reach some sort of conclusion about gang stalking or the operation or something. So like if it's a Freemason conspiracy, the Freemasons can hire any group of people from anywhere, so they can send people they can send black people, they can send Mexicans, they can send any group, any person they want to send. So you'll be looking at that person and thinking to yourself, well, this person must be part of this group, and therefore this group is responsible. I mean, that's not true. I mean, well, it could be true, but it's unlikely that it is true. Most likely, that person was just, he was paid, he was hired to do it. So if you're trying to look at this guy and reach some sort of conclusion about gang stalking based off this gang stalker that you're fucking with, you're probably going to get it wrong. Simply because he's been hired. He could be an actor, he could be anything. I mean, he could be a guy from the streets. So when the people are fucking with you, you got to keep that in mind. That's why it won't really be possible for us to figure out who's behind the stalking, because the people that they send are not actually people who are members of whatever organization they're with. Even if it's a government. Well, the government probably isn't going to send too many of its own people to fuck with you. They'll probably just hire people to fuck with you or get criminals to do it. The government is actually notorious for getting criminals to do their dirty work. Informant types. They get the informant types to do their dirty work. And they do it all the time. So it actually makes a lot of sense for us to assume that the government could have hired the people to fuck with you or fuck with us. And that actually protects them, because you can't really make any connections due to the fact that these will be random people from all different types of backgrounds. In the very beginning, before you realize how complicated this operation is, or how big or extreme this operation is, you might have reached some sort of conclusion based off the type of people that they paid to fuck with you. So like let's assume that it was nothing but Mexicans or something, just using that as an example. Well, you might think that it was a Mexican gang, or just Mexicans in general or something, because they're always sending the Mexicans. But it really isn't like that. They paid the Mexicans, like they would go to them and pay them, and the Mexicans basically just got this really great job, and that's all it really is to them. Like, it's not personal on their end, so they're not actually members of whatever organization is fucking with us. They're simply people who just got this really great job as far as they're concerned. So they're not connected in any real way to the actual people who are involved in the stalking, who are behind it. They're not involved with these people. So, like, with that said, we can't actually know for certain what group is responsible. That's why I try to cover every single possible theory, because there's no way to know for certain what group is responsible, because it's more than likely that the people have simply been paid off by the government to do this shit. I've actually seen job ads that seem to describe gang stalking, like job ads, really, really detailed ones. And in the job ad, it seemed like they were basically describing gang stalking. They were talking about doing secret surveillance on people and shit in the job ad. I've seen multiple ones. You know, I've done my homework. I mean, that's not a guarantee that you know that it's really like that. I mean, it's possible they could have set that shit up just to throw us off, but it does make sense. I mean, if they're paying people to fuck with us, it would cover their ass, because you won't be able to make the connection from the person to the gang stalkers. You won't be able to make that connection. I mean, how could you make the connection? The only thing you're gonna know is that this person is fucking with you, and you're gonna look at this person and try to, you know, reach some sort of conclusion about who this person is and who they're with and all that. But in reality, it will be impossible for you to make that connection, because you have no way of knowing anything. That person was hired. So how do you make a connection? By observing them. How do you do that? You really can't. So, you know, I don't think we're ever really going to figure it out, really. I mean, we can't figure it out. We don't have any information. We don't have enough information. We don't have any real facts. We know that they are fucking with us. That's pretty much all we know. And I think that that's probably all we're going to ever know. The gang stalkers have effectively covered their ass. So we can't ever really know, I guess. So that sucks. But, oh well. You know, hopefully you guys are doing well. That's all I know to say. Hopefully you guys are doing well. And I guess I'm back to making videos again for a little while, because, you know, that seems to be where I'm at right now. So let me close with that.